not necessarily a confession. It's not something I tell everyone in casual conversations either. I have an interest in performing in the adult film industry. 50-year-old man, and I know my roles would be limited. Why 50? Why is it at 50 you're like, now that I need boner pills, you know what I should pick up? I should star in a porno. Like, what? Like, are we so serious right now? There's a hot take. Nobody ever likes to hear it. And I always just come off as a fucking crazy asshole. But again, when people cut you off in traffic, to the extent that it doesn't almost kill you, it doesn't fucking matter. Why? What do you get back from letting it ruin your fucking day? You know what I mean? Nothing. I understand. I sound like a robot. Nobody agrees with me. But again, you get nothing out of it. Like that's something people don't seem to understand. Okay, that guy, you're never gonna see him again. Also, he doesn't give a fuck. Casual Exchanges podcast, where most of the time we are going to try to walk through thinking about novel, everyday, normie problems. But this is going to be a lot like those super rare coffee beans that they pull out of like elephant shit. Okay, well, sometimes you get those rare coffee beans. Other times it's just a pile of elephant shit. Welcome in. I always get nervous at prompts like this.
Dad, I have gummy bears.
Okay, is that what you want?
Yeah, can you open them? Yeah.
You can't have this whole bag. Got it? Because it's too much. There you go. Mm-hmm.
Do I have eat some?
Uh-huh. Taxes. Okay. Anyways, I always get kind of nervous at these prompts because people seem to overshare on Reddit. A mini confession you have. Like, I feel like some of them are going to be super innocent. Like, you know what I mean? I accidentally stole Legos from my first grade classroom because I put them in my pocket. And then there are going to be other ones that, like, yeah, I accidentally ran over my cat and had to hide it from my girlfriend. So I just, like, laid it behind the car so that when she would come out, I know she never checked. She just backed it over again, and she thought that she ran it over. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Let's see what goes on here. Sometimes I pretend I understand complicated stuff just to seem smart, even though I'm totally lost. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people do that. That's pretty innocent. I get angry very easily. Yeah, that's something people struggle with too, honestly. Best friend is the love of my life. Yeah, see, people overshare, bro. People overshare. I hold petty grudges. This is something... Like, I just wonder, like, if you can acknowledge this, and then people... best friends that love my life, like all of these, I get angry too easily. Like, if you have the wherewithal and the self-awareness to understand these things, like, are you also actively trying to change them? And if not, why? You know what I mean? When I got hit by a drunk driver, I was on the other side of town. The reason I was on the other side of town was because I was taking an opportunity to run away from home. Mother and stepfather were away for the evening at his reunion. I figured I could give me plenty of time to get as far away as possible. Wowzer. I think I'm in love again. I love licking inanimate objects. Bro, what are we talking about? Top 3 things you have licked, non-sexual and actual inanimate objects. Genuinely curious, might try. No, what are we talking about? Windows, cell phones. Oh, bro. Think about how many buttholes this guy has inadvertently licked. Because I know all of you motherfuckers out there are, when you're sitting there taking a shit, you're also scrolling on your phone. And then you wipe your ass, scroll, wipe your ass, scroll. You know what I mean? They're absolutely, unless you're the kind of person, I wipe my phone down. So unless you're the kind of person also wiping your phone down, there are for sure shit particles on your phone, and this guy is licking them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm concerned for your health. Mirrors, silverware. Okay, that's disgusting, first of all. Like, if you're licking the clean silverware, I would fucking deck you, bro. Absolutely not. You're going to get somebody sick. I don't let my kid do that. I ain't going to let some grown-ass fucking Reddit dweller do that. Fuck no. Mirrors, that's just weird. Windows, like, yeah, okay, also weird. It's always non-sexual, but I do like a good audience. Bro, what? Okay. I broke it. Oh, wait, it takes me to a different one? That's probably very common with chicks. Not necessarily a confession. It's not something I tell everyone in casual conversations either. I have an interest in performing in the adult film industry. 50-year-old man, and I know my roles would be limited. I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm near Los Angeles, so who knows? Brother. What? Um, why 50? Why is it at 50? You're like, now that I need boner pills, you know what I should pick up? I should star in a porno. Like, what? Like, are we so serious right now? I mean, on the other side, like, he's getting into a whole new market. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure, I'm sure there's a market for like old people sex, but like, why now? Had sex on a freeway, like in a car, or like on the road. Okay, driving, not parked. Okay. Hmm. Been 20 years and 5 days since I was nearly killed in a car accident, drunk driving. Unfortunate. I think I have friends for a close friend I met on Discord. I really don't care about a lot of things, most things, almost everything. I'm happy to give my opinion on a topic, but when push comes to shove, I really don't care how it turns out. Your hair, it looks fine. It's great. The car you just bought, nice. Glad you found something you like. This or that in politics, yeah, it sucks. I didn't vote for it. I hate that it's happening. All right, good luck. I've got to go pay this mortgage and feed these kids. Yeah, this is actually like kind of relatable. Again, like I don't I feel like I'm actually very similar in the sense that like yeah, a lot of things don't affect me on this super deep or emotional like level. You know what I mean? Like yeah, if somebody's asking me about their hair, it's like I don't have a ton of emotional investment in it. You know what I mean? Like either I think it looks nice as in like better than usual or it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like I like your normal do better, you know? Um with the car, like something like a car, it's always going to come down to like, yo, can you actually afford this? You know what I mean? But I'm very seldom impressed or like blown away when you know what I mean. Somebody's like, yeah, I got a new car, this, and that. And it's like, oh, that's cool, man. Right on, good for you. I like that's legit going to be my knee jerk reaction. But it's like, if they wouldn't have gotten a new car or they got a different new car, like would it affect me at all? No. Again, it's like I think it's okay, and I think it's strange that people would think that this is not okay. Like, no, I think I would actually make the argument it's unhealthy to have a ton of emotional investment into all these like novel slash slightly unimportant things. You know what I mean? Um, because again, why? Why do you need to be so emotionally invested in everything? You know what I mean? I would much rather reserve all of my emotional investment for things that I don't know, actually fucking matter. Like my goals. You know what I mean? Like the different goals that I have set, whether they be career, relationship, you know what I mean? Financial. Like, why would I not be tying up all of my emotional kind of investment, or at least 90 plus, into those things that actually give me some sort of return? Again, and this is something, obviously, there's a hot take. Nobody ever likes to hear it. And I always just come off as a fucking crazy asshole. But again, when people cut you off in traffic, to the extent that it doesn't almost kill you, it doesn't fucking matter. Why? What do you get back from letting it ruin your fucking day? You know what I mean? Nothing. I understand. I sound like a robot. Nobody agrees with me. But again, you get nothing out of it. Like that's something people don't seem to understand. Okay? That guy, you're never going to see him again. Also, he doesn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? He doesn't give a fuck if you flip him off. He doesn't give a fuck if you get into this weird fucking traffic battle with him. Guess what? Uh, chances are, it's just gonna move on with his fucking life. You know what I mean? So it's like you're just losing. No offense. This sounds like depression. Like probably not. This sounds like no offense. It's like this just sounds like somebody. Maybe not. I don't get a lot of like. I can't really surmise like whether this person is like emotionally stable or not. But It just sounds like this person it just sounds like this person reserves a lot of their emotional effort for things that potentially matter more. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think this is something that a lot of us do. When I'm at my worst, that's when I laugh and make more jokes than usual. Yeah, I think that's a coping thing that a lot of us do. Can't stand for anybody to be too dependent on me. No kids, no significant other, unless he's very independent. Cats and plants are as far as I go. It sounds like potentially commitment issues. I'm actually the opposite, where it's hard for me to really commit and depend on other people in meaningful ways. I don't actually know the Muffin Man. Biggest fucking twist of the century. Okay. Talk to myself a lot in my head. Oof, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do too. Honestly, the is like probably just nobody can relate to this, but I've been finding a lot of peace in the past 2 weeks. I've been super busy at work, um, so I haven't. My screen time got fucking chopped dramatically. Um, like for sure less than like on gym days, like probably like 2 hours, but it's because like I play music on YouTube, and so the screen is just always on. It's gonna be at least like an hour plus of like YouTube. Um, but my screen time uh, took a fucking dive, and it's actually just so peaceful. It's actually just there's so much like less noise in my head. It's a little bit like almost like cathartic. It's just so nice to just silence. Like there's not the added like ADHD of like what I fucking what I was watching last or listening to last or these posts that I saw. Like it's just so much easier to direct my thoughts. But obviously, I'm a loser dweeb for not spending enough time on social media. And that's all, folks. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you didn't like the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. That way you can talk shit on my next video too, all right?